morning, folks. Welcome back to good morning, good afternoon. It's actually 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it tells you what kind of lazy day I've had on the 4th of July, Independence Day for America, for the United States of America. Hope y'all take time today to enjoy yourselves, celebrate your independence, give thanks to God for the great nation that we live in. So anyway, I'm heading out. I got another, well, it's the same guy who owns the 79 Love. He's got a friend that has an older pickup. Apparently, I don't know, I heard it was an 80s model, but it's got a 454 that might be a mid 70s engine, don't know. But hadn't ran for 2 years, so we're gonna go check it out. We're gonna go see if we can help them at least diagnose what the problem is. So we'll see y'all there. It's only about 2 or 3 miles as the crow flies, so it'll be in the mountains here to be 5 or 6 miles. So we'll be right back. Just quit pushing the red button. Now I got video files in there that are 1 second long. So hey, show them yourself. This is what happens when you give a caveman a GoPro. So,
rude.
Anyway, hey, this is Wes. This is Wes's truck. You just saw Nathan. That's Nathan's friend. They've known each other since they was in the womb, I guess y'all said.
Something like
Kindergarten, but close.
Around there, close.
Anyway, take a look at here. So we know it's a 454. We don't know what year it is at this point. None of that matters. About 2 years ago, Wes was driving it. There was a big ka-chunk, pretty catastrophic, and it quit running. So 2 years later, 4th of July, show them the remnants of 4th of July out there. Yeah. Good night. Wow.
We were not because of people staying up late.
Yeah.
Promise.
No, that's okay. It was going late last night, I guarantee it. So, and that was July 3rd. What's going to happen tonight?
Right.
So,
well, hopefully tonight is the big.
So here's what we're going to try to do. We are going to try to see if we can just get the engine manually to turn over. We got to start somewhere. So that might be 3/4 inch. Sure enough. Yeah, this is a good excuse for me to buy a borescope.
Hey, there you go.
I'm gonna put my little pansy gloves on because I'm tired of my knuckles being skinned up.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
All right, here we go. The engine's turning over, Joe.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Hey.
But let's see if it turns over 360.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna start right here new. I want to get a 4/4 turns. Okay. Oh no, that was 1/4 turn. It's stiff. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Okay, there's half, right?
Half, yep.
So it's a little tight right there, but it's not like and you know what? I'm gonna give it a 5/4 turn just for good measure, so we know we didn't miss one little spot.
Right.
Engine turns over.
Hey.
So I don't think it's, to this point, I don't think it's cataclysmic. We didn't hear anything bind up like a broken rod or anything.
Fantastic.
So now we just start digging into it and see what's going on. So
Fantastic.
and pause.
Well, yeah, that looks like an arm workout.
Stop working. Stop the recording.
It did, and then it didn't. Okay, we're good now.
Okay, are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
We're good. I'm recording.
What happens when you give a caveman a GoPro? And I say caveman just because of your beard.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm a little jealous because I can't grow a beard.
It's okay. Not everyone can be so great.
That's exactly. Not everybody can be as handsome as you are. That's right. So hey, so pop a look in here. Okay, got a Holly. So everything's gonna be. Put the camera on me. Everything's gonna be okay because we have a Holly. Okay. All right. Now, we've got electric fans, we've got relays. Obviously, we don't have a starter solenoid that I can jump manually. I got under here. Or you can put it back over here now. Good. We'll have you trained shortly. It's got one of the micro. This thing has long tube headers, so it's got one of the mini starters. I can't get under there to jump it across, but the starter's working. We just figured it out. So if you'll get in and just Nathan, come over here, please. Focus on this fuel filter right here, which has some really nasty fuel. Just turn the ignition to on. You'll hear that the relay's starting. The fuel pump. Okay. Now, kind of put a focus on the engine there. Go ahead, Wes, and just crank her over a couple times. We got a jump pack on it. Stop. Okay. All right. So here's where we're at. This jump pack isn't going to crank this big engine over. We're going to pull my Durango over here and get it charged up. We've got some fuel coming up here. I know it's not necessarily desirable, but I got a little carb cleaner. We'll spray in there and see if we can just get this thing to turn over and start. This may be simple. I don't know what happened, but at least if we can get it to run for a couple seconds, we can kind of hear what's going on. So before we do that though, let's check some fluids. So this is off. Let's go ahead and disconnect this just for safety. Let's take a look right here. That's not a good sign. Okay.
Pre-loosened.
Pre-loosened, pre-dried.
Pre-dried.
So that's not going to matter to run it for a couple minutes. Where's your fuel, your dipstick for your oil? Let's pull it out.
Should be
Right there.
this guy right here.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Got all kinds of stuff on.
Yep. Okay. So at least let's do something. At least there's plenty of fuel in here. It doesn't smell like gas, so that's good. So,
fantastic.
And the thing is, it's not milky white, so we don't have a head issue or anything of that nature. So, all right. So what we're going to do, we'll shut this down for now. I'll get the Durango over here. We'll get the jumper cables, and we're just going to see if this thing will run. So here's what we're going to do. We got the Durango hooked up, battery. We're just going to crank it over a couple times. We've let it sit here for a couple minutes and see what we got. So let's get it close up here. All right, Wes, just crank it over. Let's see what we got.
All the way?
Yeah, just crank it for a second. No, not getting enough juice. All right. All right. Let me make sure we're good here.
It was trying.
Give it a shot. Let's see what it does. Crank it over. Try it again, please.
Go try it.
Try it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop. All right, try it. All right, hang on. Let's just let it sit for a minute again. Juice up. Okay, so we pulled off the valve cover. I wanted to make sure that we didn't have a broken timing chain. Plus, I don't think I would be able to hand crank it if it were broke. But anyway, we pulled this. You can't get this off because of the brake booster. So I don't know what they were thinking, but nonetheless, the the assembly, the valve, all the valves are opening and closing on this side, so we know we don't have a broken timing chain. We don't know that we don't have a jump timing chain. But anyway, what we haven't checked for is spark. So we got a little sparkulator there, right? Spark tester. So what this does, Wes, if you will crank it, and I'm letting go of it. Hang on just a second, please. One moment. All right, if you'll keep the camera on that right there, we should see a light flicker in there. Go ahead and crank it. Nothing. So we're not getting any spark. So we're going to start backtracking that. Okay. So there's no spark going to the sparkulator. Okay, so we know we didn't have any spark, no sparkulator. So we made sure we did have power to the HEI, to the distributor. We also ohmed the coil. We ohmed the primary, and then we ohmed the secondary, which has to use this point here. Okay, we've sanded the post. The rotor cap we've sanded. So what else did we test? Was that about it? Yeah. All right, so we're going to slap it back together and see if we got spark. Okay, we got the distributor back together. We don't have the jumper cables on. Spark plug wires back on. Let's just pop it and see what it does. Give her a whirl.
You want me to go all the way?
Yeah, dude, just crank it. See what it does. All right. Let's put the jumper cables on it. We'll go ahead and check for spark.
Started.
All right, so we're gonna hook this light back up. All right, we just crank it over. Let's see if this lights up.
All the way?
Yeah, crank it. I'm not seeing anything. All right, hang on a second. Ooh, look at there. All right, yeah, that's what I was kind of, I didn't notice that
I was
earlier.
kind of wondering if that was maybe messing anything up.
Let's try this one. All right, can you see it? All right, go ahead, crank it. Nope.
Nothing on that one?
No, nothing. All right, the coil was good. The coil owned. So, high energy ignition, not my strong suit. We're gonna have to figure out why. We got power to the coil. The coil is definitely owned good, but is it getting power to the sparkulators, wires? Let's go ahead and just think about this for a minute.
Console?
Okay, we're not giving up, but we're giving up for today because it's 4th of July and we need to go eat and sleep and blow up stuff still. Okay, so we are not getting any spark. We even did the old school. We pulled out the spark plug and grounded it. We're not getting anything. I think it's the coil, even though it's ohming, but I'm going to go do a little research on these, brush up on my HEI. And we also need to find out the year of this engine so I can make sure everything's right on that, because I think we're going to buy a coil pack. But anyway, we'll get back with you on this follow-up. Welcome back to Street Rust. It is absolutely a beautiful evening. It is, let's see, it has been 13 days. Today is the 17th. We were out here on the 4th of July and there's just been a lot of things getting in the way. But we're back out here on this this square body and we're going to dig into it. So let me tell you what we're going to do today. I have my wasp killer out here that will break brake cleaner will just drop them instantly. Carb cleaner is okay, but it doesn't drop them instantly. So here's where we left off. We didn't have any spark. We ohmed the coil. The coil was good. We have power to it. Went and did some investigation. There's two things that we really need to dig into, and I've got my notes here. So I'll probably re-ohm the coil here on the left-hand side of this 3x5 card, just to make sure we were good there. Then on the right-hand side is that ignition module, probably where our problem is going to be lying. We need to get in there and test it out. The other thing is, you can't really see it right now, but there's a wire down there for the tack, and I was talking to an old timer too. I should see a pulse coming out of there when this thing is turning over. So that is what we're going to do. And I've also got a little a nifty little test I can set up for that module to make sure I can ohm the module is what I'm going to do. I can also put a test, hook up some wires to it and test it out as we're cranking over the engine. It should give me a pulse. So we're going to get this thing ready to tear into, and we'll be right back. Okay. Ignition, not the way it's supposed to look. But anyway, we've got power coming in. We tested that. The tack wire lit up when we cranked it over, so we're good there. Right now, if you will touch that back to the center cap, this is the secondary winding on the coil.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I think we're reading about 8,000, so that falls. That's the secondary. Okay, let's flip this. We'll turn this back down to 20 or 200 ohms. Actually, I'm looking at the wrong dial. We're back down to 200 ohms, and then we'll hit the primary. I've got it boogered up on the cap. There we go. Okay, if you'll touch yours, I'm just making a mess with this camera. If you'll touch yours right there.
Yep. Right.
Anywhere on that metal.
Right there.
Yeah, and I'm touching this one here. Let's go back to the meter. Let's see, we're off. We're on. We were reading 3 earlier.
We were.
Oh. Yeah. No, that's it. Yep. Let's do that again. Okay. Okay, so we're on the yellow and the red, which is the primary. It's 0.9, so it's good. It needs to be, there it goes, see, it leveled out. So it's good, okay? Because that should be between 0 and 1 ohm. So we were there.
Okay, yeah.
So that indicates that the coil is good. We know we've got spark to it. The coil is ohming good. So now we're going to we need to dig down to that module. That's the next step. So that's what we're going to do. I wonder if I can set this camera up on this. Where can I do it?
Needs a claw.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we'll leave it right there. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Look at
Very
that.
good. And we're still recording. Okay, so we could pull off all the plug wires. Then we got to remember everything goes and recheck all that. We're going to need the Phillips screwdriver, probably the short one. Yeah, all these vacuum lines that go nowhere.
They're there to be in the way.
We got to address that later. Okay, very good. So those two got to come out here and here.
Okay.
You know what? We did this last time and it helped. There we go. What is holding this thing up now?
I don't. This guy maybe. This guy's wrapping around, going.
No, that's pretty loose.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, it's got like a hook on it.
Okay, so you need to get. I'll let you do it. We need to get these 2 screws out.
Okay.
And take that rotor cap
Let's
off.
just get it off.
And we'll check that rotor cap again while we're looking at it.
Get the hard one first.
If you need up here, let me know, and I'll swap with you.
Oh man, yep, it's done.
That's going to take the stubby. when you shove a 454 where a 305 was, kind of like the valve cover, you're never going to get it off with the
oh yeah,
with the brake booster on.
Oh, yeah.
Here, let me hold that up.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it.
Let me see if I can get it from this angle.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Finally bit.
Man, you put that on tight last time.
Yeah, for real.
Did you get a bite in there?
Oh, there we go. I heard it.
Okay.
There we go.
Don't drop that screw.
These are magnetic, right?
Yeah, I know. The screwdriver. That screwdriver is probably older than you.
Oh.
If it was magnetic, it's
you
done
know
lost
it's
it.
good. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Powder.
It just wants to stay there.
Okay. Well, maybe it stays there.
Maybe it stays in there.
Maybe it stays in there. Yeah. Been a while since I worked on a GM. There you go. Usually when I'm working on a GM distributor back here, I'm usually bleeding by now. So.
All kinds of stuff to gouge you. Almost.
Yeah, it's tight in here, man. Ain't
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
I think that's it.
Okay. See if you can just pull that straight up.
Oh,
there you go. All right, now make sure those screws don't fall out.
Beautiful. Yeah.
If you flip it over, do the screws fall out? Nope. Okay.
No.
So let's take a look at the bottom of this.
Okay.
So one of the things like your dad was talking about, see that scoring in there?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad. It's when it blows a hole in it or something like that. I mean that's just residue on there, which really isn't a big deal.
Okay.
We cleaned this up last time we were in there, so I think we're pretty good there.
Beautiful.
All right, so let's take a look at the module. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. We are suspecting we're at the point where we think it's the module. Okay, so this is the module right here. Okay. Now we need to get this out of the way.
Yeah.
We just need to. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to I'm going to stop the camera.
Okay.
We're going to get a Sharpie, and we're going to get the right firing order.
Yeah.
And we're going to go ahead and write numbers.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Be right back. This is what we're after. Right down in here is the module. So we've got to take that out. We're going to take this out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take this out and ohm it and see what it looks like. Be right back as soon as we get it out. Yep. Okay, so here's the module. Here's our little test we took from offline. We went ahead and got the good meter. We tested it with the little cheap meter from Harbor Freight, and it didn't ohm. So here's my understanding. Let me grab a pointer. Hand me them pliers, would you? Okay, so we're gonna ohm. If we ohm from this tab to this tab, there should be no ohm, and we've got it set on the lowest ohm setting. So go ahead, put it on that one and that one. Okay, and we're reading nothing. Okay, now if we ohm from this tab, let's see, 2 and 3 to this tab, there should be no ohm, and there's not. The only place this module should ohm would be this tab and this tab. So go ahead and hit it with that one and that one, and we've done this already, and there's nothing. Okay, so let's bring that back to the tailgate just to show that our meter is working. We'll come back to the coil, which for the low ohm was the yellow and red. So let's go ahead and touch those on the yellow and red, and I think we're going to have somewhere around 0.7, 0.8 when it settles down. There you go, 0.8. So my theory, my shade tree mechanic theory, is that we have a bad module. So that's going to be the next course of action. And the other thing, we got to jump in here and look back here and find the the number on the block to understand what year this 454 came out. So a couple seconds for you, who knows when for us, couple days. We'll get that module, get it put back in, and hopefully get this thing fired up. We'll see you shortly. What's that sound, Noah? Is that a rooster?
Sounds like it. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of roosters.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm supposed to be starting a video, so let's start the video. So talking about the rooster.
Distracted by roosters.
Yeah. You see that matter, Daddy? You see Noah? Come on over here. You see that? You see this matter, Daddy?
Mm-hmm.
Do you even know what that is?
No.
If you don't know what something is, what are you supposed to say?
I see it.
No, what are you supposed to say if you don't know what something is? No, you're supposed to say, "What's the matter, Daddy?" And then I'm gonna say, "Nothing, son." That's the matter, Daddy.
What's the matter with you?
Anyway, we're putting in this new ICM module. Wes is lubing it up. Very important that you get that thermal. It's not a barrier; it's a conducer. It actually helps it transfer the heat and keep it cool. So, yeah, this won't get messy, will it?
No, probably not.
What happens when you shove a 454 in where a 305 is supposed to live?
Yeah.
Right? Probably would have been better to just pull the distributor out, but hey, that would be too easy.
That would be too easy.
That would be too easy. I got the screws in my hand. Just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
Okay. There's the long screw.
All right, I'll take
There's a screwdriver right here.
magnetic.
Yep. So we're gonna get this. You know,
We're standing in
we
here.
ohmed it again, and it's ohming where it was supposed to. The old one was ohming where it was not supposed to. So that's earlier in this video. You'll see. You want to start these others as well? I'll let you get that started first. Sorry.
You good?
Now get that tab in that slot, because that'll line up
Came
your
out.
that'll line up your holes where they're
There
supposed
we go.
to be. Yeah. Do the hole closest to the tab first.
Yeah.
Now wait, you're getting boogered up here. That's where the.
Okay. Let's do the ground first.
That's okay.
I guess. Yeah, let's do the ground.
Okay, very good.
I'll do this one. Oh,
All right, got it.
I'm trusting you, magnet.
Hurry up. No.
I'm not
That
trusting
magnet. That screwdriver's older than you. It's done demagnetized.
Go in your home.
Yep.
Go in your home. All right.
Don't tighten it all the way. Leave yourself
Yeah,
a little
a little
slack,
room.
and then you can. There you go.
It's not going. Come on.
Not going.
Come on.
Nah, we gotta find the hole.
Where's the hole? Oh, oh, oh.
There you go.
Oh, I got a
there
bite.
You go.
All right.
Now we put one of those in.
Foot is asleep. All right. All right.
Should line up pretty good from there. Got a bite?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the last one. All right, we're gonna get this in, and then we'll just backwards plan it. We'll get the rotor cap back on. Well, we'll get the what do you even call it in a HEI? We'll get it put back together. That's what we'll call it.
Whatever it
and
is.
then we'll get the plugs. We know our firing order because we wrote it right there forever, right there. So we'll get this put back together. Then we're gonna try to get it cranked up. We'll be back. All right, so I'm a Christian man, right, Noah?
Yep.
Right, Wes?
Absolutely.
And I'm not supposed to lie, so I forgot to turn the camera on. We put some starter fluid in it, and it popped off. So I had him shut it off. I grabbed the camera. So we're gonna do it again. You want to give it a couple shots? Well, give it a couple shots of that starter fluid. Yep, and get that the top part too. Yep. Now go in there, and we know there's a starter issue. It sounds weak, but this thing just literally popped off. So here we go. We got fuel going to the carburetor. Let it just, is it idling? Your foot's not on the gas, right? Okay, just let it sit there and idle. Oh, look at that spark plug. Woohoo! Alright. So, you see that spark plug tester down there? You see that, Noah? That's what it's supposed to look like right there. Tell you what, let's give it a little, Noah. Take those off. Just hold them in your hand for now, okay? And let me take these off. Okay, you can drop them on the ground. Boy, that's a lifter. That's a lifter sticking. It's been set for how many years? 2 years, so that's gonna have to come around. Do we have any fluid in it?
There's oil in it. There's no, I couldn't see any fluid in it.
We need to put some water in it. Alright. Is it blowing any smoke out the back?
Yeah.
Give it a little gas.
Black smoke?
Give it a little gas. That's okay. It's been sitting for 2 years. Yep. Gotta clean up. Oh, it sounds good, man. Alright, we're gonna stop for a minute. Let's go ahead and kill it. We'll get some water in that radiator. Alright, we're gonna see if we got enough battery juice to crank this up. If not, yep, do it. Dead? Alright, come on, baby. Come on. Oh, looky there. Got a lifter knocking over here. Alright, so we're just gonna let it sit here and idle. You got a temp gauge in here? And does it work?
I don't think it works.
This is your temp gauge here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, 50 pounds of oil pressure, baby. That's gold.
That's something.
Yeah, that's it. This is your amp meter for your battery. It's not working. We'll check your alternator. Matter of fact, here, we'll let everybody see this. No, where's that red? Go in the back of the Durango and get that red meter. So to see if your alternator, to see if your, I don't know if that's a lifter or, what is that? Doggone piece of wood right there keeping the heater hose off that. That doesn't sound like a rod now, but alright, checking out the alternator. So, no, you hold it, here. Turn it on. I want you to leave it on 20. Now you know a battery's 12 volts, right?
Yep.
So with the engine running, we'll put the meter on it. Should be anywhere between like 13.5 and low 14 volts if the alternator's charging it. So go ahead and hit it. Oh, yeah. Look at there. Your alternator's working. Hey! So, good. You might save that battery. I doubt it if it's been set for 2 years. Any water in there?
It's warm.
Yeah. Yeah, alright. I don't know what that ticking noise is. I gotta get a... I hear some lifters. There's no doubt about it. You give it a little juice. I mean, it's sitting there idling. Let's see, we left the radiator cap off. Woo! Oh, it's flowing through. I'm gonna put the cap. Hey, I can see it flowing through in there.
Yeah.
You can see it there, and I can see its colors. It's got coolant in it. You need to add some more in here, but for now, just to see if it moves, let's do it. We got everything out of the way. We don't have your air breather on, but you'll be all right for a minute without that. I'm just gonna set this down. All right, let's give it a whirl. Hang on, I'm gonna move your air cleaner. It sounds good. All right, see what it should do. Hold that with you. electric windows. Yeah. Hey, go out here in the gravel and feed the onions.
Yeah.
You dad mind?
Might be not.
On the gravel? Come on. Yeah. Now if his daddy comes running out here, Noah, we're running to the barn. You can't find us in the barn. Oh, yeah, do it. Do it. Oh, yeah. It's not a posi traction. Man, could you ask for any better?
No.
After sitting for 2 years, it may have just been an ignition module. It sounds good. I'm assuming he's going to turn around and come back, so we'll be right back, folks. That's the back way. There he goes. Awesome, awesome. All right, folks, I'm going to end this video right there, but you know, let me get in the video here. The great thing is we have the ability to help somebody else. This isn't our vehicle. It's not about us making any money off it. We're just kind of lending our knowledge to help people get these old rigs back on the road. So thank you very much. Don't forget, please subscribe, please like, please share, and be blessed.